Welcome back to the show. Well, this time last week, diesel was $2.49 a litre, and Chris Bowen was telling Australians there was no need for panic. Now, we have a full-blown energy emergency. But don't fear, we have a brand new task force and an energy minister who says by April we might have some real problems. Well, didn't that escalate? All the while, fuel jumps and surpasses $3 a litre in some parts. Stations in the country have run out, and dozens in the city are about to. Good luck if you're a farmer, but as you know, guys, no one really gives a toss about you. It's bleak. Independent MP Dai Le and ALP National President Wayne Swan join me now to discuss. Wayne, you're first up. You've lost the public on the handling of this crisis right from the start.
Well, there's 33 tankers on the way here at the moment, Carl, and 18 arrived last week. We've got the supply, but it's not being spread evenly across the country. And, of course, there's the dramatic increase in the global price of fuel as well. So all those things combined are a big challenge for the economy and a big challenge for individuals.
So you have the supply, but why isn't it getting out to the public? I mean, that's part of the responsibility.
Yes, and that's what the government is dealing with. Some people are buying perhaps more than they need. Some people are storing it. But the supply itself has not changed. We haven't started using a lot more fuel in the last 2 weeks.
So where is it, Wayne? Is it, I don't know, where is it magically being stored, and why can't it get out to the people who need it?
Well, it is getting out there, but there are shortages in parts of the country, and that's tragic for the people that are involved. But this is an international crisis caused by international events, and the government is dealing with that.
It's not a crisis, Wayne, if you've got the supply, if you've got the fuel. You just can't get it out there. So that's part of the problem. Di, what are you seeing out where you are?
I think it's definitely a crisis. We've only got 30 days of reserve, and I think that this is a failure of the government, who actually have not planned and thought through and have fuel security, food security, water security, that long-term planning. Yeah. I think since the election has been very much short-term. So in my area at the moment, I mean, I think last week I talked about how our local councils have been warned about the shortages of diesel. And diesel is quite important at the moment because they are our garbage trucks. So if your bins don't get collected, Carl, you'll be really pissed off, right? Yeah. So it's really important, and that's every single household will be impacted by that. Fuel is about, this morning as I came in, petrol was about $2.40, I think, $2.40 per litre, and diesel was about $2.87 to $2.89. So it's in Western Sydney. And families and truckies and food deliveries will be impacted.
OK, so Wayne, so you're saying this morning, the government is saying that we've got the fuel right. But
no, what I'm saying is the price of fuel has been pushed up by international factors. There's a war on. The tankers are coming,
but if we've got
and
the
they'll
fuel,
keep coming.
But there's no reason, if you've got the fuel and you've purchased the fuel, you pre-purchased it months ago at a certain price, to gouge people. There's no reason at all to gouge people, and that's what's happening. How else do you explain $3 a litre?
Yes, it is happening, and that's why the government is acting with the regulators.
OK, so there's no problem, though, what you're saying this morning is with the supply. We've got the fuel here. It's just not getting to people. But why is Chris Bowen saying that we might be running out by April? There is obviously a supply problem.
Well, tankers arrived in this country during World War II, Carl, and they'll continue to arrive, whatever happens in the Middle East, because only about a fifth of all supply goes through the Middle East.
So, Di, at the end of the day, in a month, what will it do to areas like where you live?
Look, you know, our families in Western Sydney, in Fowler, are really struggling already with the cost of living. So this fuel we've seen has increased, like, you know, somebody used to pay $70 a tank, now it's about $120, $130. That is eating into their cost of living, including we will see rises in food, it's already gone up. It's going to really have an impact, as well as interest rate rise as well. So can you imagine all these layers for families who are working families out there, driving their trucks, taking their kids to school is going to have a huge impact.
Well, those prices, they'll all be in a week. I would be surprised.
And they will feed into inflation, Carl.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's right, and that will hurt families. Yes. And that's a problem for the economy. And that's what the government is dealing with.
OK, well, dealing with is not solving. So Wayne, is stagflation and a recession a real possibility?
No, I don't believe so. If you want to be anywhere in the world right now, be here in Australia.
But are they a possibility?
Well, I don't think people should be talking about that. Talking our economy down when it's one of the strongest in the Western world, producing some of the best outcomes, although we've got an inflationary problem and a cost of living problem, is a really good thing for this country.
But isn't it just reality, Wayne?
No, the reality is that Australia is stronger than just about any other country, advanced country in the world. We've got lower levels of debt and we've got higher living standards. It's challenged now by inflation, and on top of that, the global price of oil is pushing up inflation.
Just finally,
that's
quickly.
all acknowledged by the government.
Well,
and you can't just,
I think the government has failed to really manage the economy. And where we are today is because of their short-term sugar hits over the last 4 years into the second term. We are now seeing we have not been prepared.
Nonsense.
No, we have not been prepared because we are now reacting to a crisis, and we should have been more prepared. For the government should have prepared the economy better than where we are at the moment.
The government was prepared, is prepared, and is dealing with the challenges. And that sort of catastrophe that people are talking about talks the economy down and can become self-fulfilling if people keep doing it. There's no need for it to happen.
Let's see what happens in the next week or so. We'll see you guys next week, and we'll no doubt give another update to the people at home. Good on you, Wayne, and good on you, Di. Appreciate it.